All right, Shalom. This is Hara One, Banyasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. I want to say Kal Halayim, by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harakakodash, Mama. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. And Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Um, yeah, this is a commentary on this new movie called Judas and the Black Messiah. All right, dealing with the story of Fred Hampton. All right, and the so-called Black Panthers or black activists in the 1960s or 1969. Um, just my commentary on it, man. I'm not gonna get into too much detail about the story, but I will say this: it did have me upset, and this is the I'm not an emotional type of dude, but this is the first movie where I'm like watching it, and towards the end, my fucking hands started shaking, and adrenaline started rushing, and I cut it off like, uh, you know, stood up quick and was a little upset. Shit kind of brought me to tears, you know what I mean? And just like with frustration, not with sadness or nothing like that, but just what Esau, the way they play, the way they do, the way they do shit. You'll think they coming through. You'll think they coming to knock when they really coming to shoot. You'll think they coming through the front door or the obvious entrance when they could be sitting right next to you. That's the way Esau play, man. All right, and that's why David prayed that prayer. Let me get that real quick. This is Psalm 17 and 10. They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth, they speak proudly. And that's Esau, who they call the pig or the so-called white man or whatever. They're really called Edomites. Okay. And that's what the Black Panthers didn't understand. They chose to live by the sword, live by the gun. When that sword, that's a blessing for Esau to gain the fatness of the world, to gain power in the world, which is the will of Yahweh. He ordained them as the governing body over the world. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. All right. So these different movements, uprising, there has been slave rebellions since slavery began. All right. And then the main two uprisings from so-called slaves that actually um was accomplished was the Haitian Revolution, right? And also I think in the 1700s, and also in the 1600s you had Colombia. All right. There was an uprising. It was called the first free city in Colombia. Okay. And then you have over in Haiti, the Haitians, what they call the risings. They had the slave revolution in the 1700s against the French. All right. And they conquered them. But, you're never going to blame somebody for trying to fight back or to be free. That's just it. I'll never blame somebody for wanting to be free. But I will blame you according to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's word and for you not listening to him and for choosing another Messiah, anointed one, other than the one we already have, Yahweh Shai. Yes, we are many Messiahs, but not by our own will, not by our own power. All right, we are anointed as well. But the anointed one, that's the one that's going to free us. And he said, what? No man shall buy you, all right, redeem you, deliver you. Psalm 17 and 10. Right? That's why Yahweh Shai, his name means he deliver. He's the one that's set up to deliver us. He's the one that gave his life and died for us and is waiting on the right hand of the Father to come and free us. All right? We want freedom. That's how we fight for that. We've tried every other route. We tried the guns. We tried the ballot, meeting them at the damn voting booths. They've tried the politics with the partially with the Black Panthers. All right, you had Huey P. Newton tried more of a political approach. Then you had Fred Hampton tried more of a self defense according to the laws approach. And then you had um, now today, they had a physical horizon, but now today they're living that Martin Luther King mindset. Everybody's joined together. But anyway, get to the point. Today they're trying it through money. And that's Esau's blessing. That's Esau's shit, man. Esau got all. They created the dollars. So Jay-Z and all these different rappers and entertainers and shit, celebrities and wealthy people amongst our people, they're trying to build a conglomerate now to where um, they're moving behind the scenes, and you'll hear Jay-Z call himself a black messiah. So they're getting back. They're trying to push that whole revolutionary mindset again, the activists, the black activists. But it's not just about so-called black people. It's about Israelites. It's not power to the people. It's power to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Power to the chosen people, not power to the people. The people could be anybody. The people are the public. The power to the chosen people, because that power is going to be given. All right, life, but all power to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. So Psalm 17. So we tried every route, but the Lord is saying, "Yo, try Him now." They tried that Christian route, the church, pushing that Edomite Messiah through what's his name, Martin Lucifer King. All right. So this is Psalm 17 and 11. So Esau was speaking proudly, and they still speaking proudly today. Why? Because they are now compassed us. Also, like in verse 10, they are enclosed in their own fat. What did the Lord say in Genesis 27? That Esau was going to gain the fatness of the world. So they're enclosed in it. They're blinded by it. With their mouth, they speak proudly. See that? They have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth, even to this day. They have set their eyes, meaning like it's in position, and they playing the game. Their whole thing is what? Keeping their governance over the world, okay, especially America. And it's the higher ups. When the attack happened with COINTELPRO, which was created to go to destroy the Black Panther movement, they created it just to destroy it. All right, you call them terrorists. You oppress a people, and then when they fight for their freedom, you call them terrorists. That means that's clearly a self-definition of Esau, that they're the terrorists. Right? But who's the king of terrorists? Yahweh. So it says they have set their eyes bowing down to the earth, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and we have become the prey. And as it were a young lion lurking in the secret places. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. All right, so that's the sword was what? Punishment against us, man, for our wickedness. All right, and being in a Black Panther, you call yourself black, you still remain under that void mindset because you're really brown, different beautiful shades of brown, or lighter than that nowadays. But it says what? Deliver my soul from the wicked. All right, and that's deep, man. When it look, that's that you can. He said you can jail a revolutionary, but you can't jail a revolution. But what about the soul? The Lord said, "Fear not him, which can kill the body, but fear him which can kill the soul and body in hell, right here on this earth." And that's what the Black Panthers represent. They were a destroyed people for lack of knowledge. All right, they had the right mindset and the right stance, but not the right way. All right, in the right time. They were set up to be martyrs. They were set up to be an example. But we're set up uh, for salvation. Big difference. We're set up for freedom. We're already free spiritually. To, but free to do what? Free to just roam the earth. Free to be wicked. You know? No, free to do the Lord's will. How about that one? Psalm 17 and 12. Uh, 13. Like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. That's what they're doing. They have police. They'd be the president. It'd go from the higher ups all the way from the president. Uh, who was the president at that time? It wasn't Nixon. He was president in 70. And you had J. Edgar Hoover. It'd come to me while I'm teaching. But like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. So it come from the president, and they'll pass the message down. Sort of like the Clintons. When the Clintons were in power, they had this thing called stop and frisk. That was a movement really to infiltrate all the minority communities, all right, and just grab people up whenever they feel like it, just frisk you, which is illegal. It's illegal to do stop and frisk in America, according to the Constitution. Okay, without a crime being committed. So Esau stand on their law, but they have bend the law when it comes to them, or even just cast it away, because they're lawless people. Um, so verse 13, arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him. See, they won't be disappointed unless Yahweh raises up against them. Yahweh Shemel Shah. Cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, from men, which are thy hand, O Yahweh, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life. This is their time to shine, and they have their portion in it. And whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure, they are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. They keep that mindset and that system of supremacy, racism, and they pass it down to their children. All right, and so that's what we're fighting against. We're fighting against a system and the people. We say, we wrestle not against flesh and blood with guns and all that shit, but we wrestle against spiritual powers, spiritual wickedness in high and low places, man. Even amongst 2/3 of our people, they've become part of that. They've become part of the agenda of Esau, of the wicked, of the devil, the deceiver. They've become part of that agenda through the rap music, right? Through their mindset, the hate towards each other, the women turned against the man in the household, the separation of the households, the jealousy of the women, right? The women wearing blonde hair, the men wearing blonde hair, uh, them becoming sodomites, you know? And then the rap music, look at Takashi and with the Latinos, look at the rappers, Jake. And they say hip hop is a so-called black movement, but look where it's at, man. Anything Jake creates on this plantation called Earth, or especially America, the overseer is watching from a distance, as he always did, sitting in the White House, watching from a distance, giving orders to the overseer, who was like the police at that time, policy upholders. Anything you do, you can, hey man, we can create this movement, but or you know what? Yeah, man, I got a plan. You know, we're gonna come up with our own entertainment, our own. But all right, let's go out here, let's go outside and get it started. But they go out the door, they still on the plantation. You see that? So we're on this plantation, this United States that was united under one mindset, okay, with the 4th of July, uh, uh, what was called the Declaration of Independence. That wasn't for us. That was for Esau, the Edomites over here in the West, declaring their independence from Britain or from Europe. All right, the 13 colonies. It was set up for them, not for us. These laws were set up for them. The Constitution. It's a Gadite law. The Constitution is Gadite law based upon the Bible. All right, but Esau has taken that and used it for themselves. Those rights were for them. They didn't want to give us any rights. So you know, fight for my rights. Yeah, man. We got to do that to a certain point, to a certain level. But that's not how you fight. Israel is an army that fought upon his knees praying, not standing up with your fist in the air or your limbs in the air and holding the rifle, pointing Esau's blessing back at him, saying you're going to do some damage. No, you're not. All right, they shut that down quick, man. Because our people say they don't fear death, but a lot of our people do. Even a lot of us in this truth, we fear dying. Yahweh Shah didn't want to die, but we have understanding through the scriptures. We are comforted through the spirit of truth. All right, we're made free. So let's get this couple scriptures real quick. All right, so they say power to the people, or they say uh, they want freedom. Well, John 8:32, and ye shall know the truth. See the truth, right? The truth is what we need. So the Lord is a spirit, man. And he seeketh such to worship him in spirit and in truth. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. All right, so the truth is what sets us free from this mental stronghold, from sin, from Esau's mind games, from anxiety, from giving up, from wickedness. That's what has set us free. Because that's what got us into this, becoming wicked and vain and ignorant of Yahweh Shemau Shai presence. So that's what put us in this condition. All right. So to get out of it, you have to fight confusion with wisdom, with knowledge. And the Lord said he sent us here to be what? Wise as serpents, harmless as doves. He sent us here as sheep amongst wolves. We have to understand that. We're in the time of bringing life and not death. In the kingdom, we're going to put these damn heathens to death and put them in chains. In this society, we're sent to only bring life to our people and to destroy and consume Esau through the spirit. Why? Because we already got our weapon. That's our weapon. See that? That's the weapon you want to stand in front of these heathens with. The scriptures. That's the weapon. That's the two-edged sword that cut up to the marrow, to the bone, and goes to sleep with them at night in their dreams. As they see the days go by and the prophecies play out, they see their judgment. As you sitting there right there telling them to their face, and that the Lord is a so-called black man. These are all truths that the people of the Black Panther movement don't understand. We had this fucking idiot in our camp. I forgot his name, man. He's walking around with sandals and shit. I don't respect him anyway, so um the dude walking around with sandals and shit. And I always knew something was up with that. 'Cause I believe when you come to camp, you should have sneakers on or boots. When you go into war, you shouldn't wear sandals. And when we go out there, we're at spiritual war. This dude used to wear sandals, so I always knew something was up with him. He's like a little overly righteous. But this dude done left the camp, and a couple brothers from the camp saw him, and they showed me a picture one day, and they were like, "Look at this fool." I looked at the picture, and he was standing there in a Black Panther outfit, head to toe, by his goddamn self, Lonely Panther, just by his fucking self, you know. So, hey man, Um, let's get to a couple more scriptures, man, because scriptures say what? If you know the truth, that shall set you free. Not going out buying a gun. Not they killed Fred Hampton, so let's go kill them. All the ones that were talking all that shit back then, they ain't do nothing. A lot of them ran to Cuba and became political refugees, right? Exiled. Cuba took them in, man. Those are people. Some people, Asada Shakur is over there, Tupac's aunt. Okay, it's a lot of revolutionaries that went over there. And some even say that Tupac is over there, but I don't get into that. You know, whether he's alive or not, I don't get into that shit. So these are all um, open wounds that never been healed. All right, martyrs, their blood has been shed on this land, never been uh, recompensed yet. And the Lord's going to recompense. How can they pay that back with money? Over this movie, what was it called? Judas and the Black Messiah. One was not black, okay? But anyway, over that situation, that guy, O'Neal, the one that was the snitch or that thought he was a fucking FBI agent, but he was really just a snitch or a sellout, Uncle Tom, uh, he only got paid $200,000 over the course of his whole time dealing with the FBI. All right, so he had a lot of people killed, man, a lot of blood on that guy's hands. He actually committed suicide in 1990 over it. All right, and for the death of Fred Hampton, he only got $300 in a job. Esau know how to keep that grip, man. If anything, we can learn from Esau of how to be heartless in the kingdom, how to run the kingdom like they did. They know how to set up a government. They know how to set up everything that the Black Panthers were trying to set up: schools, housing, clinics. He's already got that shit. But the Lord said they shall build, but they shall throw down. But the Lord shall throw down. All right. So Yahweh Shai, he's the king of terrors. He's the king architect, the carpenter, Solomon. All right. Yahweh Shai is. So he's going to show us and issue out the judgments on a daily basis in the kingdom. And we're going to have to go administer those judgments by hand. All right. This is John 8:36. All right. I'll start from 34. No, 36. If the Son, Yahweh Shai, S-O-N, all right, not S-U-N, S-O-N. See, a lot of those Black Panthers, they into that Africanism. Let's go back to Mother Africa and da da da. But but we're not Africans, okay? We're not them damn dirty ass Hamites, stinking Hamites. Um, we're not black, okay? And the gun will not save you. The bullets go out, there's gonna be bullets coming back. Words go out, there's gonna be words coming back. You see the difference, right? Depending on how you word it. You can talk some shit and bullets still come back. 34. Oh, so like a 36. If the Son, Yahweh Shai, therefore, shall make you free, ye shall be free indeed. All right? I don't give a fuck who show up and try to free us. We're not completely free. Look at Judas Maccabees. He freed us and rededicated the temple, what you call Hanukkah. All right? In 164 BC, he rededicated the temple. And Israel became known as the Free State of Israel. All right? Around the first century BC. Later on, around 115 BC, during the time, a little time after John Hyrcanus, we were known as the Free State of Israel. But then what happened right after that? You had the triumvirate. All right, come up with the Lord had Esau create something called the triumvirate, a three-sided battle stance from Greece, was it Syria and Rome. All right. Then you had what was his name, Pompey, Marcus Crassus, which was a rich Edomite, and you had Julius Caesar. And through them, they were killing everybody, man, all Jakes. And they took down, broke us up just like they did with the Panthers. All right. So yeah, we've been set free. We've been set free by Moses through the laws, and the Lord delivered us. But that was really to establish us. That was to birth us as a nation. He gave us the laws and everything and land when we came out of Egypt. That was the birthing of our nation. But who are we today? Now, what have we become? You know. So the Lord never told us to work on the community. No, we go out in the battlefield and you set up shop the way the Lord did, the way Yahushua did. And if you're gonna feed somebody, yeah, you feed the sick, the homeless. Yeah, if you're not a heal, if you're a physician and you deal with herbs and pressure point techniques, like nerve techniques, heal the damn person. Don't be like, nah, I ain't here to help the community. I ain't no fucking Black Panther. What I look like? Might as well help, man. Wherever you need it, if you're available. But the Lord said, if you want to be free, you better choose Him. You better choose Yahushua, so-called Negro, that died for us, man, for us to even be here today and have a chance at salvation and a continuance of our generation or our seed line. The Lord is going to cut us off. He could raise up stones to worship. So through Yahushua, we have a promise of freedom, of salvation, of deliverance. All right. Let me get another scripture. I'm trying not to make this too long. I got like 100 scriptures in my mind. All right, because you had a lot of them that went into that African, the Egyptology, that what do you call Islam, and Christianity. So that's a bunch of confusion. You got to get that right first before you do any type of movement. They even had what they called Jesse Jackass. He started something called the Rainbow Coalition, but he really stole the idea from the Black Panthers. You see it in the movie. They started something called the Rainbow Coalition, meaning all them nations stood together, like the Latinos, gangs, even the KKK joined up with the Black Panthers to go against the government that was trying to oppress all the citizens of America, that sold the Americans as debt slaves, as indentured servants. So even these low-level Edomites are slaves. They call it sheeple, all right, chattel, okay, indentured servants. Okay, so uh, but the rainbow is from the scriptures. Judas is from the scriptures. The term Messiah is from the scriptures. But they don't believe in it. They call it the white man book. But it's not. This is our book. Revelations 1 and 13 tell you the Lord is a so-called Negro, a black man. And the book of Hebrews tell you he's from the tribe of Judah. That's our tribe, the Negroes. But then you still got to worry about the rest of the 11 tribes. It's not just about black. See that confusion, man? All right, that's a political terminology to gain a political positioning in a political state. It's a brand name, and it's not for the people, man. Not anymore, anyways. But you still got Fred Hampton Jr. out here, uh, um, keeping that momentum going of his dad. Talk just like him too, man. Got a little stutter, but he talked just like him with the mindset, And I dig that, man. That's just it. But they're gonna get nowhere with it as before. All right. The only way out is through the scriptures, through Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. 1 Corinthians 7:22. For he that is called in the Lord, so many are called, but few shall be chosen. So, but be thankful that we're called, right? Being a servant. See, we're called to be servants. You say we're here to serve the people. No, we're here to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai and minister. Yeah, serve, but deliver or administer and minister to the people. All right, the message. For he that is called in the Lord, being a servant, is the Lord's free man. So you want to be a freeman? All right, be the Lord's free man. They have all them signs. I am a man. But to be a free man, what about that? What if the sign said, I am a free man? You know, they can't say that. They just say, I'm a man. But to be the Lord's free man, it says, likewise, also he that is called, being free, is Yahweh Shai's servant. All right. So everybody that's not called in the Lord, that's not in the truth, operating according to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's agenda and setup and establishment, they're still bound in their sin. They're still bound in their confusion and blindness. And they still remain in the congregation of the dead. Period. If you don't have Yahweh Shai or Yahweh, and you're not doing it his way. So those Black Panthers, they are truly void of the understanding and the presence of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. They are aware of oppression. Okay. This is Ephesians 2:12. That at that time ye were without Yahweh Shai. So even us being in this truth today, there was a point to where all of our people in America and around the world were without Yahweh Shai. So we were still amongst the congregation of the dead till Abba Bivens busted on showed up on the scene and then passed the word on to the elders, and then the elders passed it on to the apostles, and so on to the day. All right, Apostle Tahar on down. Um, that at that time you were without Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, so to be without Yahweh Shai, you're gonna lose. It says being aliens from the Commonwealth of Israel, right? So people that are in the Black Panther movement, they're aliens from the Commonwealth of Israel. Don't know that they're Israelite. Even if they do, they reject it. If they don't reject it and they're Israelites and they're still in that movement, they're doing it wrong. All right, they're a political setup, but they use the guns for self-defense. Yeah, you do. You defend your home, you defend your family, and that's what his wife was trying to show him in the movie. He was like, "I'm gonna die for the people," but she was like, "Nah, live for us." All right. So our job is not to come out here and die for the people. Yahweh Shai already did it. You know, no ransom can anybody pay, and no foundation can any man lay other than that which is already laid by Yahweh Shai. Even Paul wanted to die for it, but he like, nah, I ain't gonna mean anything. Yahweh Shai already sealed the deal. We got our promise coming, and we got to fight for it, fight towards it. You know, press toward the mark. You know, fight for the high calling of the kingdom. Verse 12. That at that time you were without Yahweh Shai, the anointed, the Messiah. See, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope. So our people have no hope, man. But a lot of our people had to be shown that. We're like, yo, listen, you ain't gonna be able to make it out that door. The Lord already told us. So you might as well just wait for him, man. But then you see the Black Panthers, they like, man, I'm gonna kick the door open. And they kicking away at it, kicking away at it. Like, you wasting your time. All right. The Lord said, just wait and do his work, man. Each one reach one, teach one of our Messiah in the heavens, Yahushua, who died for us, having no hope and without Yahweh in the world. All right. So I don't care who it is. They claim they died for the people. They died in vain. Yahweh Shai died for the people. And now we gotta die for him. That's just it. To die for the people is to die in vain. Unless you're Yahweh Shai, who was prophesied to give his life for the people and be the sacrificial lamb, right? But us today, you die for the people, it's vain. It's like trying to do something twice. It's already done. All right. So the Lord's saying, don't go out there and be a damn zealot. We're spiritual. We're not some damn zealots. Right? We're spiritual zealots. We're not physical zealots. We should be like Black Panthers or the Sakari at that time in the past. Not the Sakari today. The Sakari in the past. All right. Today they want to be thugs. They want to be gangsters and have you stroke their damn ego. Not over here. Talking about the Sakari in the past. That name means dagger, and they were like the grimy or the you know the rough edged ones of Israel at that time. But they believed in Yahweh Shai, but they still didn't listen to him. You see that? He told them to flee into the Judean hills. These assholes, they fled into Masada, and when they got to Masada, they committed a suicide pact and killed themselves as the Romans were besieging them over months, right? In the desert of Masada. And Masada was created by Herod, the Edomite. But the Lord told her, he said, flee to the Judean hills. These idiots went the other way. Right? So the ones that went to the Judean hills, they were what? Scattered and spread abroad through Europe, through Egypt, through Africa, through different parts of the deserts where all of our people were at. And say the earth helped the woman from that point. All right. So even today you're going to have zealots, but the Lord said, no, we're not going to be delivered by might. We're going to be delivered by spirit. Well, I'm going to rephrase that. We won't be delivered by our own might. We're going to be delivered from the power on high. All right. So they have no hope. And without Yahweh in the world, the word God right there means power. So they're saying power to the people, but they're without power in the world as long as they don't have Yahweh Shai. Having no hope. You're going to lose. All right. So you go out and tell these revolutionaries, these Black Panthers, you'll tell them about Yahweh Shai and how he died for us. And they be like, man, you believing in some pie in the sky. Like Sarnetta be saying. You looking for another man to save you. What the fuck I supposed to look for you to save me, Nick? You know? The hell? Yes, I'm looking for Yahweh Shai to save me, man. I can't go win against these devils. I can win against them in court. I can win against them on the job. I can win against them over a woman. I can win against them on the basketball court. I can win against them in a boxing match, whatever. But you can't win. You can win a battle, but we want to win the war. The war is, So for the preaching, 1 Corinthians 1 and 18, for the preaching of the cross, meaning Yahweh Shah dying for us and being raised again and being on the right hand of the Father, you know, that's power, man. I don't want to hear nothing from these motherfuckers, these people, excuse my language, from these people down here, man. They ain't got no damn power. I don't have no power unless I have Yahweh Shai with me. The goddamn nigga talking they shit. I'm gonna free you, man. Or a rapper, or a gangbanger, or a church pastor, or a mason, or Egypt, man, all these damn peanut gallery people, man. I have respect for Fred Hampton though. You know, they was cut from a different cloth back then. Verse 18, for the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness. So to them is foolishness. See that they house or the Lord, what? See, the church has has been teaching the scriptures wrongly. They sold out for that 501c3 charter, right? So Esau infiltrated everything, man. On the plantation, they had the church with Uncle Tom preaching while Esau sitting right next to him with a gun and his linchman in front of the congregation, and you had to kind of act like you're not being encouraged to revolt as he reading them scriptures about freedom. And then they had the churches in America. They infiltrated that with the 501c3 and their paganism. They had the Black Panther revolutionary movements. They infiltrate that with all these damn Judases and you know, those schemes and deception that Esau know how to play and murder. So anything Jake try to come together with, oh, look at rap music. Music, that inspires our people. So now Esau put uh, a bunch of damn retards on the microphone and gave them money, millions of dollars to be retarded and talk their retarded shit to people. You know, I heard this rap song the other day, man. This shit's, oh my god, it was on the radio too. The guy said, what the hell did he say? He said, I'm gonna stalk her. Uh, when I see her, I'm gonna stalk her. I'm gonna stalk her like I love her. And it's like, I kill her, I murder, I pull around a block for you. That means you'll go kill somebody. Oh my goodness. This dude just talking about murder on fucking radio. You know? And you got the other guy, what's that rapper name? I don't know his name, but I heard the song the other day too. What do he say? You ain't gonna do it, little nigga. Oh my goodness. Who gonna shoot it? You ain't gonna shoot no nigga. Who gonna do it, little nigga? you, you ain't been whatever, man. I don't know his fucking lyrics, but that's what he's saying, man. Who gonna shoot it, little nigga? So you telling that? Oh my goodness, man. They playing it like round the clock on the radio. So who should be mad at the radio stations for getting the money to play this bullshit from the record labels? He should be like, no, I don't know. Anyway, so they've infiltrated every angle possible that Jake could take to be free. That's why they not even worrying about Jake no more. They worrying about Iran, Russia, China. They on that now, man. World dominance. They already got the clamps on our people. All right, but by the time they turn around and look, the Lord said, if the strong man would have known what time the thief would have shown is going to show up, he would have prepared. See, they're not going to be prepared. Yahweh Shah can catch him off guard to take back his what's his, man. All right, but the Lord said he can come as a thief in the night, unexpectedly, catch these damn heathens off guard while they busy trying to conquer the world and take over everything in dominance and full control and playing their video game called life. Yahweh Shah is going to show up and get them a rude awakening from their wet dream. 1 Corinthians 1:18. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved, it is the power of God, man. See that? So if you're in this truth, you have power. Yahweh Shai being delivered, that's power, man. Being raised up on the right hand of the Father, we got power in the heavens through prayer. Our high priest that's on the right hand of the Father on the throne, ruling. All right. But the judgment is upon this earth, man. The curses are still on our people. And the Lord's filtering out and uh, uh, the elect from among them, man. The good Jews from the tarnished ones. the gold from the alloys. Okay, the sweet grapes from the rotten and sour grapes. The Lord sifting. All right. So that's why he said, our people are without hope, man. But unto us which are saved, it is the power of of the power, Yahweh. All right, that's his power that he raised up Yahweh Shai. He can raise us up too. If we dead to this world, we're alive with Yahweh Shai upon this earth, man. So we have power in the spirit. But what's our power? Our power is um, the Lord's spirit of truth, but not no gun. All right, you only got a certain amount of bullets. You can't hit. You can't. You can take down one Edomite, but you can't take down the whole nation. All right. But this movement here, they can't stop it. This movement is like water. It's truth. We're scattered around the four corners of the earth, popping up everywhere. Esau can't stop that. Only thing they can do is try to shut out the internet or block us on YouTube. But they can't stop the movement, the spiritual movement, because we're not holding guns. So there's nothing for Esau to come at with guns. There's no, we have to wear Bibles. So that's what they're going to try to show up with, Bibles at the moment, scoffers. But soon they're going to try to use their weapons, according to Revelation chapter 6. All right. And they're going to use the sword against us, man, and see if that works. But the Lord, by that time, the Lord said, no weapon formed against thee shall prosper. And when they try to do that, when they raise up like a flood to make their move again for the new world order, see, the Black Panthers were caught up in the first world order of Esau based upon the dollar. Now they're moving towards a new world order. All right. But as they do that, uh, they basically just oppressing the people again, even more. All right. So the preaching of Yahweh Shai of the cross is foolishness to these people. But to us, that's where you find power. You want to say power to the people, but you better be talking about Yahweh Shai dying for us on the cross, because that's our power. I ain't talking about that damn pale red Edomite devil that they call the Messiah. No. All right, that's Caesar Borgia of the Roman Empire, an Edomite devil that was a sodomite as well, man. All right, and the incest, he committed a lot of incest with his family. But so yeah, man, that's why we go out and we teach and preach the cross and about Yahweh Shai and about bearing our affliction and adversity and persecution. That's what Yahweh Shai had to do. This is Zechariah 13:7. Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that is my fellow, saith Yahweh of hosts. Smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered, and I will turn my hand upon the little ones, man. So the Lord brought the sword, Esau, of destruction, against our shepherd, Yahweh Shai, all right, and against the disciples, all right. So you smite the shepherd, and the sheep were scattered from that point. So we need our shepherd, all right. So, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So in this society today, two-thirds of our people are going to perish in the coming destruction of America, and 1/3 is going to be delivered. He says, now we'll bring the third part through the fire. So you can't save all the people. The Lord said he prayed not for the world, but for those that were given to him. So he wasn't worrying about the people. He just came for the elect. He said, who is my mother? Who is my brother and my sister? All right. But those that do the will of Yahweh. That's it. The Father's will in heaven. If we're all doing the will of the Father and you're a male or a female, then we're brothers and sisters, because that's our Father. All right. And scriptures clearly say, how can two walk together unless they be agreed? And these people out here today, the BLM, the Baal Lucifer Molech movement, the Black Lives Matter, the NFAC, all this different confusion. That's why America is called Babylon, the place of confusion. All right. And I will bring the third part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined. And that's what we're doing now. We're being refined. And we'll try them as gold is tried. All right. So we're being refined, and then we're going to be tried with the mark of the beast, the chip. And a lot of these Panthers, NFAC, revolutionary movements, whatever, gangbangers, churches, whatever, Masons, Muslims, they're not going to be able to stand. They ain't going to have shit to stand on. I'm talking about standing on a square. Yeah, okay. That square gonna turn into a bullseye. Cause they're gonna become the target of the missiles. And I will bring the third part through the fire. So it's talking about the furnace of adversity, the cross, the affliction, and ultimately the nuclear missile fire, the best cleaning and extermination agent, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. Ooh, so in this day, we know a helper. We know a freedom fighter, an activist. That if we call on him, he's going to answer. He'll help us today. All right. And that's the difference. That makes all the difference. And that's why I stood up when I was watching the movie, because I'm like, I know somebody that can free us. Like, I know him. He allowed me to know him. His name is Yahushua. All right. He said, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is my power. Kal Layim Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So we want power to the people. We'll give power to the people by giving Yahushua to the people. All right. Then you have to um, understand who the people are. We're not African. We're not black. Yeah, give power to the void people, the black people. No, give power to the chosen people. Who's the chosen people? Israel, above all nations. Deuteronomy 7:6. All right. But only 1/3, the 144 and the 1/3 represent that chosen. So give power to them. All right. After the Holy Spirit has come upon you, the spirit of truth, then give power to them. That's what the Lord said in Acts. All right. All right. Because when you lean upon something, it's in reference to weakness, or you're looking for something for strength or stand, or like you would say, a staff give you strength when you lean on it, right? So check this out, Proverbs 3:5. Trust in Yahweh with all thy heart, man. So we're supposed to trust Yahweh Hashem Yahushai with all our heart, mind, and soul. And lean not up unto him. Also and lean not unto thine own understanding. Okay? So trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai through the spirit of truth, through the spirit of research, through the spirit of study. Studying to show yourself approved. A workman that shall not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. All right, so trust in him with all thy heart, man, and lean not unto thy own understanding, right? So yeah, I can make a damn soup kitchen. I can feed children cereal in the damn neighborhood, 5,000 miles in the ghetto, but they're gonna shit it out. They're gonna eat that cereal and go do something wicked, you know? Or I would rather, the scriptures say that what child asks you for a fish and you give him a stone? All right, that's what a lot of these African mindset jakes are doing. So what? You feeding the community? That shit don't matter. Are you feeding them the word? Their spirit is fucking uh, malnourished like a motherfucker. All right, you can feed them till they get fat in the flesh. Look at our people; they're already obese. That's why the children don't have no food, because the adults eating all the shit. So it's better to feed them the truth, man. All right, instead of being uh, uh, wise in their own conceits. Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. All right. So you can't talk about battling the enemy that is without before battling the enemy that is within. I ain't talking about within the community. I'm talking about within ourselves. Where did we go wrong? We got to fix that. Why don't we know who we are? Why we call ourselves black? Why we call ourselves African, but you don't know what damn tribe? You got to try to make it up. My pop told me, he was like, yo, you from West Africa. He was right there. I think he said Ethiopia. But anyway, uh, he was like, yeah, man, you from the land of Gondor, you know. And I was like, hold up. Ain't Gondor on fucking Lord of the Rings? So I knew that was some bullshit. All right. Let me see. It says, and depart from evil, verse 8. And it shall be health to thy navel and marrow to thy bones, man. So that gives you strength. That's power to the people. All right. 1 Corinthians 1:21. For after that, in wisdom of Yahweh, the world by wisdom knew not Yahweh or power. All right. I'm going to read it the way it's written. For after that, in the wisdom of power, God, the world by wisdom knew not power. See that? They don't know what true power is. They knew not Yahweh. It pleased the power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. So what they call foolishness, that's our way out. Standing on the corner with Bibles preaching. And in the movie they say it. They talking shit in that movie. Judas and the Black Messiah. It was at one point uh he said something negative about the churches, which is good. And he said something negative about um the conscious community. Okay, cool. Well, he probably was trying to angle it towards just conscious community in general. And he was like, forget all of that. Then they was like, we're gonna pick up the gun and go political and demand rights. And look what happened. He's like, perfect. You gonna meet us gun for gun? Okay. How about gun for missile? Gun against bomb. Your little guns. Matter of fact, get you a bigger gun. Here, get a rifle. Get two rifles. Hold them in both hands. There you go. Hold your black fist up. There you go. Feel more powerful. All right. This. How about gun against jets and shit, and bombers and fucking tanks, ATVs and shit? You know. How about your little ass gun against nukes? How about your little ass gun against satellites, EMPs, fucking drones now that blow people up? Drones with flamethrowers. How about uh, uh, Jake and them little ass guns? You know, you give them about 5 clips. Fill up every pocket with a different clip so they don't run out of bullets. How about that against Esau's genocide? You know, germ warfare. Okay. How about their little shitty ass weapons against Esau's weather technology that can cause earthquakes and shit? Listen, man. When the Lord said He gave Esau the blessing of the sword, He's not talking about just the gun. He's talking about destruction, and we have to understand that. All right. This is Romans 13:1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, man. Just like He told us in Babylon with Jeremiah. He said, "Yo, go into Babylon." The ones that don't respect the higher power that the Lord is setting up over us. We ain't supposed to do what they say in wickedness, but don't go and try to free yourself by picking up the sword and trying to kill them. Right? You're going against what the Lord set up, man. He set them up to rule the world, and you think your little these you know can just take them down like that easy? You find yourself even kind of going against the Lord that way. In any other sense, He wouldn't be mad at you for going against Esau, but He set them up as the higher power, and they have their laws, and we have to obey the laws of the land to a certain degree. They tell you to eat pork, we're not going to do that. Pay taxes, yeah, you pay. He say render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. He ain't say get a sword and kill him. What do you tell Peter when he cut off that guard's ear? All right, he said he that live by the sword shall die by it, man. All right, I might bring that on my next lesson. Start off with that one. Yahweh Ratazah. It says, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of Yahweh. You want power to the people? There is no power but of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The powers that be are ordained by God. So Esau's in power because of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The only because of God. Our people were being wicked, so he raised up the sword against us. That's why David prayed that prayer, deliver my soul. As for me and my house, that like Joshua said, we shall serve the Lord. Excuse me. But King David said, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, from men that have their portion in this life, right? Because Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. 2 Ezra chapter 6, Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. Daniel chapter 29, Daniel chapter 7. All these things have to come to pass in order, in decency, decently, and in order. Okay, so whosoever therein, therefore, resisteth the power, all right, going out with guns, and picket signs and shit like that, they resisting the ordinance of God. The Lord set that ordinance up. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. They're going to get destroyed. All right. So when the Lord set up Nebuchadnezzar, he called Nebuchadnezzar his servant. Esau is his servant as well. Just like the spiritual demon Satan on the left-hand side is the servant of Yahweh. You have to understand that. So the best thing to do is to not the best thing to do is to turn to the one that can empower us truly and save us. All right. Verse 3, for rulers are not verse 2. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of Yahweh, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. All right. So you got Sakari playing with guns. You got ISUPK playing with the guns and shit. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. All right. So Esau ain't gonna come at you like that. They'll come at you through the internet. They might send a little agent after you to talk shit to you, try to scare you up. But they ain't gonna come at you with the guns and start shooting unless you pull out a gun in this ministry. But you can pull it over the street, yeah, it's a chance they might just shoot. We know that. But I'm talking about if we go out into the streets and we pull our guns and start teaching like that, they're gonna show up with guns. We out there with Bibles, the cops come up with their gun, with their weapon, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, by law, the only thing you can teach out in public without being disturbed and moved along is the Bible. You got freedom of speech. Try to bring that Quran out, they're gonna call you a damn terrorist. All right, you might get interrupted more easily by the police. But teaching this word, you got angles you can play with because they use the Bible here in America. They even swear in on it, which you're not supposed to swear. Verse 4, it says, so like it, verse 3, For rulers are not a terror to good works, and what we're doing is good work and is truth, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Right. So the Lord put them nations over us because we were evil. Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. All right. For he is the minister of Yahweh. Yahweh. So Yahweh Shai is the minister of Yahweh to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of Yahweh, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. All right. So he said, well, he has the keys to hell and death. He's the one that put us in these in hell upon earth, man. It's hell being under Esau. Looking at that movie, that's hell, man. I felt like I was in hell watching that movie. All right. She was like some damn Nightmare on Elm Street type of shit, man. The way Esau went up in Fred Hampton's house and shot it up and told them to come out and gave him poison and kept him asleep and told them to come out after they shot him up, come out of the rooms, each one of them. Like they about to get an ass whooping or something from their parents. Talking about bullets, man. You know, blood, pain. So Yahweh Shai is also set up by Yahweh. He's the power that be. All right. I didn't know I went this long. It was 1 hour already. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I didn't even complete my thought of what I truly want to say. So Yahweh Ratazah, we can catch back up on here later. Um, and I'll do another lesson in that spirit, that mindset on this movie. But let me read the scripture and end it with this. Zephaniah 3 and 8. All right, and this is to these Black Panthers. This is to the activists out there. If anybody hears this, or if you in this truth and you know somebody, you can pass it on to them by sharing it. Well, to them, I would like to say, and as you should say, this scripture right here in Zephaniah 3 and 8, so they can get some understanding. Because right now, that movie agenda is to spark the movement again, or the minds of the Black activists. And there's going to be more confusion out here, man. That we supposed to spark the candle of the minds of our people with the fire of Yahweh Bashim Shai. All right, with the light, the truth. Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me. So we're supposed to wait for the Lord. Not just sit around waiting. No, you're going to be working. You're going to be teaching. You're going to be building your family, your friend, your brothers up. You're going to be preparing. You're going to be defending yourself, yeah. But you ain't going to die for the community. You can go out there with guns, standing, trying to, I'm guarding my community. We don't have a damn community. We don't have a way we can commune together. Don't nobody commune together. They got lockdown. How you going to guard the community now? They commune. We supposed to commune in the spirit. How can two people be gathered together unless they be agreed? Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day. So there's a coming day that I rise up to the prey. So he's already rising up spiritually. So we're in that day now, but there's going to be a final moment to where Yahweh Shai is sent, that so-called black man, that Negro, that Judite, that dark-skinned Judite that's up in the heavens, waiting. Just like we should be waiting. See that? No king, no servant is greater than his master, man. He went through the persecution and suffering. We should go through it. He's waiting, so we should wait. Right? Yes, yeah, man. People discredit the Bible, discredit our true Messiah. But all these cats that died for the so-called freedom, Yahweh Shai did it first, man. All right. For my determination, so Yahweh Shai's determination, his plan, his program. That's what they always talk about, the Black Panthers programs, youth programs. Well, his program for the people is this. For his determination is to gather all the nations, and he's doing that. That I may assemble the kingdoms, bringing all these nations together, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Not our jealousy, his jealousy. He's jealous over us, man. So it's going to be devoured with the fire of his jealousy. He's a consuming fire. All right. Speak about that day again. Isaiah 63:4. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. So the day of vengeance is in uh, the lion of the tribe of Judah in his heart, in his mind. Man, day of vengeance is in his heart. All right. So you got to respect that, because he said, wait ye upon him. He's telling us, like, this is his plan. This is his determination. But in his mind, he still has that day in his heart. Just like we should. Vengeance. Yeah, you want vengeance? Well, just hold on, man. And wait for Yahushua to bring that vengeance. Ezekiel 25:14. I will lay my vengeance upon Edom. See, Esau, the so-called white man that was oppressing our people, and still is. But the Lord's going to lay his vengeance that he's talking about. He's going to let us get hands-on with it. But he got to get first dibs. He got to show up and command the host. We can't just do it ourselves or raise up some vain uh, uh, Jake to be our leader. We got to wait for our leader in the heavens to part the clouds and to deliver us, man. And hope for that salvation. Having hope. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. So that's his vengeance. He's going to do it through us and through the angels. And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger, right? Not according to the Black Panther's anger or anybody else's anger. No, according to Yahushua's anger. And Yahushua is bearing the anger of Yahweh. He's bearing the anger of the angels, his own anger and ours, because we pray to him. And he holding it. All right. So he gonna snap on Esau, man. He said he's gonna be like a lamenting from the heavens, like crying out. He's like, Dragon Ball Z, Kamehameha. All right. And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury. Those are the judgments. We're going to be handing out judgments. And they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh power. Right now, we don't know it. You know, we know about it because we read about it. But the Esau and these Black Panthers, they don't know it. They have forgotten about the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the stories about him. All right. That's why Esau says, who seeth us? Well, the Lord sees you, man. And he got them damn devils marked. Even the ones that are old and gray, 80, 70 years old, the Lord got a judgment for them. If they old frail ass perish and go to the ground, the Lord gonna bring them back in the kingdom into slavery upon this earth. All right. So with that, man, I'm gonna end it there, man. And that's just a quick little commentary on part of what I think about this movie and the mindset and the agenda to spark their movement and to ignite the minds of these today activists. Oh my goodness, I can't imagine what's gonna happen this coming months where you see people jumping out there. I'm a revolutionary. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be a Jake woman with blonde hair, probably with a girlfriend, or a dude with tight pants. I'm done. So on.